Um, One of the reasons why racism continues to be unabated for black people, for people of African descent all over the world, is because of the things that Africans do. Is it because no matter where you are, if let's say you're a successful businessman in Taiwan, in China, in India, in wherever, in the United States, in UK, the point is that when they look at you and they see your black skin, then they look at over one over 800 million people in Africa who are living in abject poverty. They look at hundreds of thousands of Africans dying across the sea as they try to migrate to Europe, and they equate themselves to you. So they see those Africans, those children dying on the streets of Africa, and they look at you, they see the same complexion, and they just assume that that's where racism comes from. Okay, let me give you an example of why this thing continues to occur. In Nigeria, the dollar, the American dollar is what has been rising up to like about 800 to about $8,000 to the naira. Now, for every economy in the world, everywhere in Asia and Europe, what the government would have done is the government will immediately suspend imports and begin to encourage exports. But guess what? The Nigerian Senate, the Nigerian Congress, the lawmakers in Nigeria, at this critical point in time in their economy, when the economy was dwindling, decided to buy themselves a new SUV. Instead of buying this SUV locally to boost the economy, they went and took loan from African Development Bank, from China, from World Bank, from everywhere. Instead of investing that money that they took as loan to buying locally made vehicles, what did they do? They instead decided to go to Japan and import Japanese SUV, boosting the Japanese economy and destroying their own economy. Tell me how racism is going to stop. How? Because those people are looking at what these African leaders are doing, and they look at you, they see these African leaders, they see the poverty in Africa, and they all put all of us in one bag. But they don't know we are not the same. These people, and if you look at these people, most of them have PhDs. So racism will never end until Africans in diaspora, whether you're black in Brazil or you're black in the US or you're black in Europe, until they come together and decide to turn their face towards Africa and cause African leaders to do the right thing, then racism will stop.